All right, so I want to talk to you now about the email marketing part of GoHighLevel and explain it to you. So to find that in the dashboard, you want to go down to marketing just here. So click on marketing, and then up here under marketing, you want to click on emails. Now there's two types. There's campaigns, which you can send a campaign, and there's templates where you can use an existing template or save your own template and reuse it later. So if you do a weekly email and it looks the same every time, then you'd save it as a template and reuse it every time. So let's go to campaigns first. So let's click on campaigns. And you'll see that there's a list of all your campaigns. You're able to create folders. So you can create a folder that says weekly emails. And then if you like, you can move all of your emails into that folder that are weekly emails. So I'm going to move, and you'll see that email will just move into weekly emails. Okay. You can also search by the name of the email or the campaign that you sent. But what we're going to do right now is we're going to create a campaign. And you can see there's only one at the moment because we have no templates. We've got one template, and that is just a blank email. So let's choose that. And you can either write it in code, which I suggest you don't do, or just use a visual builder. So let's use that visual builder. And here we have the layout. On the left here, we have elements that we can add to our email. Here we have the email canvas where we can create the email. Up here we have the name, so I'm going to call this weekly email week to August 2023. And here we have some action buttons which we'll come to a bit later. So first off, let's just build an email. This is how I normally build an email. So I normally put an image at the top. And that image, it's going to be a video marketing machine email. So I send a video to a client every single week. So I've dragged that image on. So on the left, I want to update the image. So I want to click edit here. And I can upload an image by clicking here and then finding it. But I have one here already. So I'm going to double click that image. And there's the image there. Now, when someone clicks this image, I want them to go to watch the video. So I'm going to go to the YouTube, and I'm going to copy that YouTube URL, and I'm going to go back here. And where it says link, I'm going to paste that link. So now when someone clicks this, that's the link they're going to go to. All right. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to just write the email. So I'm going to click on this text section. So you can use that. You can delete it if you don't like it, or you can add a new one. Okay. So I'm going to highlight everything, delete it. I'm going to write my email. Hi. And then I want to put the person's name. So how do you do that? You go up here to custom values. You click it. And then you can add all these custom values from GoHighLevel. So what we want is the contact's custom value. I don't want their full name, I want their first name. So I can put their email, their phone, but I want first name. So it says, hi, John, comma, did you know you can stop, let's say, save money on Calendly as GoHighLevel has Calendly built in. All right, then I can just say very quick, click here to watch the video now, and then Marlon. Okay. So what I want to do over here, I want to put a link to that video. So I highlight it, I go to link, and I paste the link in there. And then I click save. So now my email's pretty much done. There's not much else I need to write in that email. I can do lots of things. I can put footers, I can use custom values for my name. But at the end of the day, I just want to have a very simple email. Now, just going back to here, if we try and add other elements, there's lots of things we can do. We can actually embed the video in here if we want to. I don't normally do that, but I'll just give you an example. If we click that, and then the video URL, we type that in. Oh, sorry, there's the video URL. And it should, that's the thumbnail. It should render this. So let's just save it. Now what we can do is go to preview. Go to preview the template. Let's see what it looks like. Yeah, it hasn't done that. So there's obviously an issue there. Okay, so what you can do is I'm happy with this, but what you can do is add other features to it. So you can add a video, you can add social media icons, you can add your logo at the top. There's a button you can add. So if instead of doing this where I say click the video, I can put a button. So let's click the button and I say click to watch video. And then the link URL, I can put it there. So instead of having a link there, I can do it that way. I can change the color of this to be, my brand colors or whatever I like it to be. And you can just play around with this. There's lots of things. You can have 2 columns. So if you drag this down here, I can put an image on this side. And then on this side, I can have some text. So you can make it look more like a weekly newsletter. So I'll let you play with that. There's not a lot you can do, but it is very powerful if you learn how to use it. All right. Here you can manage the sections a bit easier, and you can see and click, and then you can highlight each of the section. That might be easy for you to see. Here has to do with appearance. So you can see this background color here. If we click that, I can change that to a bright color. I can adjust the width, so you can see it's a lot smaller. I can put a background image if you like. We can change the colors of buttons and add some CSS if we like, but you don't have to do that. And then finally we have A/B testing, which you may or may not have the functionality to turn on. So if we click over here, you can test the email. So you can send it, put a from address and a to address, make them different, and then just put a subject and it'll send it to you and you can review it. Another way is just to what we did before, look at the preview of the template. And we've looked at that, and then you can look at the version history and file attachment. You can attach a file. Never do that with an email that we send out because it'll get flagged as spam. Never put an attachment. And then when you're ready, you can send the email. So click send, and there's a few different things you can do here. So you can send straight away, and when you click this, it'll just automatically send it. You can schedule it, and then you can pick the day you want to send the email and the time, and it'll send it out. And then you can do this thing called batch schedule. And this is where if you have a lot of a big email list and you don't want to get flagged as spam, so you're sending out thousands of email instantly to all the email providers like Gmail and Office 365, then what you can do, you can say, look, just send out 100 emails every 5 hours, send it on these days, and send it between, 4 a.m. in the morning and 10 a.m. And what it'll do is it'll take those 100 emails and it'll send it out between those hours for you so you don't get flagged as spam. And so you're going to make a decision whether you do this. When you have a new GoHighLevel account, you should be doing this. You should not be sending all your emails out instantly because you've got to warm your email up. But if you've got just a few thousand, you can do that. But initially, you have to send out 50 at a time. All right. So that's what batch schedule is. So let's just click send now. Let's click schedule. And then the from email address, you can type in, the email address. Here, the from name. The subject, Go High Level Calendar tutorial. Preview text is really good, so people will get to see that text in their email app. It's the first they see, so you can put something that describes it a bit more. Get rid of Calendly and use GoHighLevel calendars for free. Save $20 per month. All right, and then finally we say, who's it going to go to? So you can say all contacts and it'll send to the whole database of all 48 contacts. We can clear that. We can then say, let's choose contacts individually. Okay. Or we can send to a smart list. So a smart list is a list in the CRM that you can create that will batch clients together. And if you've done that, you can call the smart list up here. And then finally, you can choose a tag. So you can say, hey, anyone that has missed a discovery call, send this email to them, okay? So advanced conditions, no. Should contacts linked with this tag between now and the send date be included in this campaign? No, only send contacts that are currently, or yes, include them. All right, that makes quite a bit of sense. I'd say yes, include them. All right, then you click save or schedule. All right, and then it will send the email. So that's how you you create an email sequence. I'm just going to click save here. I'm going to go back. So you can see here is our email here, and it's all ready to send, or at the moment you can see it's in draft. If you click actions here, there's a few things. You can move it into a folder, you can clone it for another campaign, archive it, and then of course delete it. So if you've got any other questions, let me know. But that is an overview of the email marketing in GoHighLevel.